What is going on, Simpostcode? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we've got the live reaction to Boruto chapter 34. I'm extremely excited for this chapter because we're jumping into a brand new arc straight off the back of the fight between Naruto and Delta. We've got Cash and Koji still in the village. We've got Jigen and his master plan and whatever's going to go on with Kara. We've got Kawaki. Momoshiki appeared not too long ago. So many different directions that this arc, this chapter in specific, could go in, and we're going to experience that right now. I'm also going to have my review at the end, so let's jump into it. The colour cover is absolutely gorgeous. Jesus. I'm going to bring her back with us so I can question her. Bingo! Everyone's theory came true there. Delta's gone kablawi. In scientific terms, I think that's called. Her drone is still there, and then boom, there's the man, Cash and Koji, in his toads, who's spectating on the drone. Is the drone seeing the toad? What's going on? As expected of Uzumaki Naruto, he has a terrifying amount of power, but it's still not enough. At this level, he won't be able to defeat Jigen. Wow, what is this? Kawaki stating one thing, Cash and Koji another. It all comes down to karma, and learning the secret behind it will be the one key that leads to Jigen's weakness. And in all likelihood, that key lays in the hands of Uzumaki Boruto. So Cash and Koji 100% is going after Jigen. That is, I think it's all but confirmed. At least that is to me anyway. So Kawaki's got a scientific ninja arm, a prototype at that, with some of Naruto's chakra in it. That could come back to haunt him. Don't worry about it. It's like I told you before. Chakra is the power to connect. This is a literal example of that. That's a cool little throwback to a few chapters ago before the whole fight started. And then we're back at the hideout of Kara, and we see Amado and Delta's drones come back to him. Oh, there's multiple Deltas. Oh, that should have been so obvious, really. That should have been so obvious. You can see two of the Deltas in kind of like a cryogenic chamber. That should have been obvious. Because Delta, 3 triangles, it's all coming. Oh, it was so obvious. It was so damn obvious. Oh, we're all idiots. Damn it, it isn't over Uzumaki Naruto. Ah, I'm still excited, but damn, I'm annoyed that I didn't see it. I kept thinking there's going to be some sort of symbolism with the triangle, because Delta and triangles, it's very obvious they were planning something, and oh, it was that all along. I don't think so, Delta. This guy's character design is so cool. You're going up against someone who you can't possibly compete against, which is exactly when it's time for me or Boruto to go to work. And I'm telling you, it won't be necessary. Cody, whatever his name is. We never saw this guy in the meeting before, like way back in like chapter 15, did we? I'm never going to feel right about this until I kill that guy with my own hands. Enough already, Delta. Is this Jigen? Is it going to be Jigen? Jigen? There's Jigen. Don't let me see you like this. I already told you I left Cash and Koji in charge of the mission. Where is he now? Oh, it's all kicking off. Information, you say. And then Amado seems to be listening in on this as well. Jigen looks very skeptical now. Yeah, there's one more. Karma. Apart from Kawaki and New Jigen, there's another person with karma. Okay, so that confirms that no other Kara members have karma. Okay, Jigen is shocked at that news. This guy's character design looks so damn good. Another karma? We inspected the Hokage after Momoshiki died, but there was no karma on his body. You couldn't mean it's Uchiha Sasuke. I love how they jump straight to that conclusion. No, it's the Hokage's boy, Uzumaki Boruto. Boruto? Are you certain? Without a doubt. Uzumaki Boruto, the Hokage's son. Also, I've witnessed Kawaki and Boruto's karmas resonating with one another and increasing their power. Without a doubt, that's a real karma. Oh boy. I don't want this chapter to end. This is inspected news. That damn Momoshiki. He must have left it behind on the verge of death. My vessel. So Momoshiki, so I believe I did a theory on this way back where Momoshiki was using Boruto as a vessel in the same like Kawaki is a vessel for Jigen, and judging by this panel, it damn well looks like it. That is freaking awesome. Amado still, there's something about Amado, something we're missing. Oh, and it's gone back to Konoha. No, stay at the hideout, go back to Kara hideout, please. I want to know more. Well, you know, you just remind me of myself from a long time ago, so I just couldn't leave you be, I guess. See, he reminds me more of Nagato, but Naruto as well. Could you give me training on how to use ninjutsu? Sure thing, but it won't be easy. Are you still okay with that? I'm liking this, I'm liking it. But damn, it's going to hurt when Kawaki eventually betrays him and possibly kills Naruto. Alright then, starting today, you'll be my student. So Boruto being Sasuke's student and Kawaki is Naruto's. That is nuts. That ninja game! The 4th Hokage? What? You got super shocking rare in your first pack? Man, beginner's luck is really something else. Wow, I wish I had one. Minato Namikaze, wow. I wonder when they all got so comfortable with another. Ever since he saved Himawari, Boruto's totally opened up to his heart to him, it seems. And then obviously Chocho is in love with Kawaki. Oh, that gag's not ending anytime soon, is it? Oh, so Kawaki wants to trade the 4th Hokage for the 7th. Yo, Naruto really is becoming a proper inspiration to Kawaki. And I just can't picture him wanting to kill him. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hokage, the 7th Hokage. And then there's a panel that focuses on Sarada. Is that trying to say something? Interesting. Anyway, we're back to the vase, and he's still trying to glue the vase together. What a hero. Also, he has done some training with Naruto. So while he's fixing the vase, he's thinking back to some training. So he's sparred with Naruto. He's done some shuriken training with Sarada. He's been playing cards with Inujin and Shikadai and Boruto. So he's starting to mingle in with the rest of the village. Okay. He's doing his first hand style. Are we going to see what nature type he's got? Is it going to be fire? Is that fire? No, I don't think it... I don't know. Hidden Jutsu. Fix the vase technique. I want to see what his damn type was. I'm missing One Piece. Oh, you see, Kawaki, whenever One Piece goes on break, I'm saving that. That's a reaction image. There's none left in the bag. Damn it. Maybe it's back in the living room. Hey, kid. Who's this? Who's saying this? That genuinely scared the shit out of me, but because he's not got the arm on. I'm not too sure. Is he going to be able to see Kurama? That genuinely actually made me jump. I didn't expect. I just expected it to be a normal person, not Kurama. What is this? Sit down. Don't go wandering off from Naruto on your own. Suddenly, Kurama shows itself. What's happening while Naruto is asleep? This is crazy. So, yeah, obviously, I don't know if I said it earlier in the chapter, but I said I was thinking like, is Kawaki going to be some form of like off-brand Ninetales Jinchuriki somehow at this point, or like part of his arm? And now he's envisioning Kurama, and him and Kurama can speak to each other. Oh, I feel as though it's all starting to come into place on how he's actually going to take down Naruto, and I imagine Kurama's going to have something to do with it, possibly. Especially having their chakra connected definitely will have some sort of connection to it. But anyway, let's jump into the review. Right, so then, after thinking about it in this chapter, let's cover over some of the main points that we can pick out from it. So, straight away, we'll go in chronological order. Kashin Koji. Something is off about this guy. The fact that Jigen seems so just thought the whole decision of him watching over Kawaki looking for information was so obscure. He was a bit off-put by that. I'm imagining something's being kept from Jigen. I think that Jigen may possibly, despite all the positive words he said about him in the past and trusting him with this mission, I still think maybe Kashin Koji slightly untrusted by Jigen, or maybe Jigen just is being a bit concerned around Kashin Koji, and the thought that he's watching over karma for information, maybe it's making Jigen a little bit concerned. I mean, I'm sure if Naruto's not enough for Jigen, then Jigen's not overly scared, so he's just a little bit off put by it. But yeah, the reason that, I mean, just the fact that Kakashi Koji is still trying to square up against Jigen just baffles me, and I'm wondering when we're actually going to get a confrontation between him and Naruto, because I feel as though whenever Kashin Koji is going to meet up with Boruto, Kawaki or Naruto at some point, presumably in this arc, I don't think it's going to be for a fight, but to join forces almost. That's my prediction anyway. Also, he explains how Boruto, the key for defeating Jigen may lay in the hands of Boruto. Now, why Boruto specifically? Because we know Kawaki's got karma, so why didn't he say Kawaki and Boruto? Why Boruto specifically? Is it because it's maybe an organic karma, because it's come straight from Momoshiki? Is Jigen, because Jigen's not a Otsutsuki, or we don't think he's an Otsutsuki, he might be an Otsutsuki, does it not have the same type of desired effect onto Kawaki, because it's kind of artificially created in a laboratory? Is that the reason why Boruto is more of a key to Kawaki? So that's going to be exciting to see on how exactly he's going to be key. Next thing I want to talk about, which obviously I was talking about in the reaction, was Delta. It was so damn obvious. Delta, triangle, 3 points. Delta is the third, and then it was so obvious. It was so clearly obvious, to the point where it actually really annoyed me. It's so annoying, because for so long I was thinking, what's the significance with Delta and the triangles with it? Like, I kept trying to think of something, and I just couldn't. And it was the most obvious explanation out there. So yeah, that's really annoyed me that it was so obvious, but at the same time I'm glad it managed to surprise me. That's interesting. We got to see more of Kara. We got Boro, who we saw in the background way back in chapter 15, I think it was, when we first saw Kara. We saw him in the background. I might have said a word or two, but that's the most we've ever seen of Boro. And there was that other guy, Code. I'm not sure if he was maybe in that meeting, and just because he had his hood up, I couldn't really see him, but his character design it's interesting. He seems very, very young. I'm excited to see what he's actually capable of. Same as Boro as well. Maybe they're going to be more involved this chapter, this arc even. I'm not too sure, but it was great to see more of Kara. And like I was saying, the hideout, Amado listening into the conversation. Him and Jigen, they seem to have a different thought process on everything compared to the rest of Kara. The rest of Kara just focus on getting Kawaki back. They want him back. They just want to do the mission. They just want to destroy as much as they can, basically, and kill as many people as they can. Jigen and Amado, they seem much more, not necessarily relaxed, but calmer about the situation, and they're definitely 100% keeping something from the others. And this is why Jigen's getting a little bit confused, a little bit concerned, maybe even a little bit scared. The fact that Kashin Koji is probably sticking around Kawaki a little bit longer than he possibly should be. Also, one of the theories which I had way back, like I was saying in the reaction, about Momoshiki actually using Boruto as a vessel, it seems, at least according to Jigen's words, that is what Boruto is. He's the vessel for Momoshiki. Now, what that vessel's for, we're not too sure. If you didn't see the theory I made way back, it's the fact that I reckon Jigen may, possibly have some sort of terminal illness. We've seen it in the past with the likes of Itachi and other series like Meruem. So maybe Jigen knows he's going to die sometime soon, and he needs a vessel, and with the karma and the vessel, and more specifically Kawaki, he can be reborn through Kawaki, and maybe that is why Momoshiki gave the vessel to Boruto, so that one day Momoshiki can be reborn from Boruto's karma, and that's the vessel, a little bit like Orochimaru. We also saw the really interesting scene, one that didn't seem to have much significance, but I think will have a lot of significance, and that was the trading card scene. Obviously, within this scene, Kawaki saw the 4th Hokage, and he didn't really care about the 4th Hokage, so it's not necessarily the skeptical of the Hokage, which he is so inspired by and looks up to, but it's Naruto in specific, because obviously he wanted the 7th Hokage card, which despite obviously him knowing its, I'm guessing, popularity, or not as rare as possibly the 4th Hokage, he didn't have any interest in that. He just wanted to have the card of Naruto. So that it really shows the bond they're building. You know, it's kind of like you have the student and teacher bond between Naruto and Sasuke, but Kawaki and Naruto's bond, it seems something a little bit more than that, a little bit deeper. Like Naruto said, he sees quite a bit of himself in Kawaki. Like I said, I think Kawaki is much more like Nagato as opposed to Naruto, but obviously the similarities are also there. So it's constantly building up. They're doing a great job so far of actually building the relationship between the both of them, leading up to obviously that inevitable point at some point soon. I'm getting the feeling maybe around the beginning or end of the time skip, or beginning of the time skip or end of the current pre-time skip era, that Kawaki is obviously going to do something to Naruto. Now, everyone's saying is even going to be sealing Naruto away, or maybe going straight to the extreme of killing him. Now, all of this is just building up to that, just to have that straight up emotional impact on us in, well, let's be honest, years' time. Now, we saw the sparring between Kawaki and Naruto, and we saw Kawaki actually pull off one of the hand seals. Unfortunately, I believe it's the Ram hand seal. It's not really an obvious indication of what type of nature type he was using. Some hand seals are very common amongst, you know, like lightning and fire style jutsu. This one, unfortunately, it's a very common one. It could be used in pretty much everything, so it's unsure as to what it actually is, but I'm sure at some point we're going to see. I mean, the one everyone thinks it's going to be fire style. Personally, I really hope it's not fire style, purely for the fact that we had all in Naruto where the Uchiha were basically the bad guys, and every Uchiha uses fire style, so I'm fed up of having a rival who's going to end up being a bad guy, presumably using fire style. It's a little bit overdone at this point. And then finally, the main thing we can take away from this chapter being the fact that Kawaki is kind of like a B-Tech Nine-Tails Jinchuriki right now. Everyone thought, make Himawari be the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. No one thought make Kawaki the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, but he hasn't, but he has. He has to some certain degree. He's obviously got some of Naruto's chakra now flowing through him. And even when he's not got the arm on, he's still got the chakra flowing through him, because obviously in the final panel, when Kurama actually appears, he doesn't have the arm attached to him. So it's showing that obviously, you know, I'm guessing that Boruto, we know, is having visions of Momoshiki inside of him. Is Kawaki going to be having visions of Kurama now? Is Kurama, because obviously Naruto's the nice guy, he's going to suck up to Kawaki, he's going to try and be the best person, the best father he could possibly be. Kurama, on the other hand, I think is going to be more of the sensible one. I think Kurama is going to straight away, because obviously Kurama is going to be within Kawaki, he's going to be able to recognize his consciousness, his thoughts and everything, all his actions. I think Kurama is going to be able to sniff out the evil potentially lurking within Kawaki, and maybe whether or not he relays that onto Naruto as a warning and says that, listen, this kid, I appreciate what you're doing, I know he reminds you of you, but he is trouble, I'm not too sure. It's going to be extremely interesting whether or not also Kawaki is going to be able to access this Nine-Tails chakra. I mean, Kurama's not going to willingly give it to him, that, let's be honest, but maybe the Karma Seal can do something in there. I'm not too sure. It's very interesting. I can't wait to see where this arc goes. Considering it's the start of a new arc, this chapter was 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved it. We've not had a chapter filled with this type of excitement for over a year, which sounds bad. It sounds bad, but when you realise you only get around 10 to 12 chapters a year, it doesn't sound too bad. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. Also, I should apologise if the audio is a little bit messed up, the lack of videos. You may be able to tell from behind me, I'm moving at the minute, so a lot of equipment back and forth, no internet, some places, stuff like that is kind of getting in the way, so I do apologise. But guys, I'll see you guys in another video. But until then, peace.